mic is not on. The mic was
See, that's
not
why you
on.
need the 30 minutes to set up.
I'm just so happy that I caught it.
I would have, and we sat here for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You would have just threw your hand up in the air and be like, no, that. But don't record that.
It's already recording. Welcome back, everyone, to Childcare Sights and Sounds. I am Dani.
I'm Gigi.
And Gigi is back. As you can see, last week I did a solo episode, so I'm happy to have you back and that you're feeling better.
Yes, I'm happy to be back. Was under the weather. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me as well. Yes.
We did. Everybody collectively tell her in the review section how much you missed her.
Yes.
And since we're speaking about review sections, scroll down in your podcast streaming app and click the 5 stars and leave a review, your thoughts on this episode, a past episode, a guest that we had. Give Gigi well wishes, whatever you need. Or if you're watching on YouTube, because I do post the video versions of these podcast episodes on youtube.com/JennyChristine. So you can go there and thumbs up the video and leave a comment if you'd like. You missed it last week, but
Fill me in. Well, a little bit.
I on my YouTube channel passed the 20,000 subscriber milestone.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you feel?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time on YouTube.
Well, to be fair, you started with a different content.
Yes. I remember in the beginning of 2020 when I started to get more serious about posting videos consistently. I started making videos about childcare, I want to say back in 2016 or 2017 when I had my home daycare only. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I started the center in 2017. I started my home daycare in 2014. Okay. And that's probably around the time where I posted my first childcare related video. Oh. But then like sporadically for from 2014 until 2020, I would maybe post one video a month or one every other month, or sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 months would go by. And then in 2020, once COVID happened, I started to take it a little more seriously and post a little more consistently. So I remember when a few months into 2020, I hit 10,000 subscribers. So from 2020 until now, we have gained 10,000, which is a lot in comparison to it took me basically nearly 6-7 years to go from 0 to 10. Okay. And now it's 3 years that we went from 10 to 20.
Oh my goodness.
So I just can't wait to continue being more consistent with the podcast or just informative videos that I drop here and there.
Yeah, okay. Well, you are, because you just explained how you once a month and you got it more frequently during the pandemic, and I know you're doing posting more now since the pandemic. Yeah. So you get there much, much quicker. Yeah. Congrats again.
Congrats to you too.
Oh, thank you.
But anyway, another thing that I want to point out, in full transparency, today is Tuesday. Today is the day that this episode drops. So right after filming this, I'm going to run to edit it. And the reason why I'm going to rush and edit and post it today is because I wanted to tell you guys about how I'm going to be speaking on Latrice's panel for her event today. I don't think you even know about it. Or do you? I don't even know.
You know I support you.
Latrice's birthday is this month, and she's celebrating it with a free summit. It's called Winning in Childcare. And I'm going to put the link in the description of this video, and I'm going to put it in the description of the podcast, podcast description. So check the description area and click the link in there if you'd like. It's thechildcarechick.com/event-detail. It's a long link. Just scroll down and find it, or you can maybe search the Childcare Chick Winning in Childcare. It is a free summit, and I will be presenting first tonight. So it begins at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. So don't miss out. Hopefully you're listening to this podcast as soon as it airs. Is you got a couple hours to join in. I'm not sure if there's going to be a replay. So please don't assume and don't avoid clicking in.
Hey Latrice, if your birthday didn't pass, happy birthday. Aren't we going to see her soon?
We are sponsors of her sneaker summit in July.
I love Latrice. I just love her aura, her vibe. I love the 50 Shades of Pink she does. She's just so amazing. See you soon, Latrice.
Yeah. All right. Another thing that I wanted to go over. This is going to be a quick episode. Honestly, full transparency. Continuing on with that. But the last time that you were with me, was it with Brandy or was it?
It was with Brandy. Hey, Brandy. It was with Brandy.
So then the time before that, we were talking about your calendar.
Yes.
And this new role.
Yeah, I'm happy again. Dani's sick and tired of me. I'm flourishing. I'm working smarter, not harder. It's to the point where I'm having 20-minute phone conversation with new prospective family, and I know I have to limit that because I do miss phone calls, but I'm just loving being able to have the time to be that first contact person. And we get a lot of families that are nervous calling to apply for daycare. I had a parent yesterday on the phone for 20 minutes just explain their icks about childcare and how they're taking a leap of faith, and I'm like, this is the right step in the right direction. So I'm loving my enrollment specialist position.
That's not your position.
Oh, sorry, parent coordinator. In all fairness, see, tell me how many titles Miss Dani has given me. If y'all watching faithfully, our viewers, I'm sure I've had many titles, and I probably will have more to come down the road. But parent coordinator, I love it. Dani introduced new platforms for me to work from home. That makes it so easy, convenient, and very detailed, and nothing where I'm pulling my hair or trying to figure out on my own. Sometimes I'm even able to figure it out without having to call you again, because that was my biggest scare, that with this new role, new position, I was going to fall back in old habits of constantly reaching out to you. But I'm loving it so far. Am I reaching out to you a lot?
The difference with this is that you're currently learning. Yeah. This isn't what I want to talk about, but since you brought it up, let's talk about it for a second. You're currently learning a new role. You're technically in a type of training. You're in your provisional experience. Yes. So it is okay for you to call me when you have questions about how to do something. Okay. You're using a new system. You need to make sure that you're following all of the scripts or steps or things that we're talking about. And if you don't 100% know how to do something or unsure of what steps to follow, it is important to reach out and ask. The problem from before, when years ago when I had first moved to Philadelphia and months had gone by and you guys were calling me about things related to how do I solve this issue with this person? That's different, because you should have known better by that point, because you were in your position already for over a year,
and you're not physically there, so you don't even really know
I can't talk to that person So, but as you're learning new systems, it's very important for you to ask questions in the beginning to get the answers, to make sure you're not teaching yourself the wrong way. That makes or sense. Getting into the habit of doing something the wrong way. And then when I see you doing it and I'm like, no, you should do it this way, then it's frustrating because
I've been doing it for a while.
The wrong way so long.
So it's okay.
When I see that you're and we already had the conversation, so I don't want to go too deep into it, but when I see that there's ways for you to do something differently or do it better or more efficiently. Yes. And I bring it up to you, I feel like you if I'm looking over your shoulder trying to help you with something, you just freeze up.
I think
it's no need to freeze up. I feel like you act like you're gonna get in trouble for doing something wrong. And I'm like, I'm just trying to help
but I
you.
take my job serious. I know Dani, like, as crazy as it may sound, between the friendship and working for her for years, I do mentally separate the two. Because I do, once I'm working, view her as my boss, and I want to, like, make her proud and reach set expectations in my head. But believe it or not, I do get anxiety when she's watching me work. And it could be something I've been doing forever. As soon as I know she's watching me, if you watch me, if you ever literally watch me, my hand is shaking.
Yes, I am literally watching you.
My hand is shaking. You would think it would be the opposite because I'm like comfortable with her, but that's how much I'm very passionate about what I do in my job, because I don't want to let people down who have helped me get to where I am, which is you. The people is you. So it's just in my head, I guess. The boss is watching. I want to make her proud.
Test. You take it as like you're being tested, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to show you how to do something. I want to see how you're doing it, and then I might try to stop you or correct you or change you in the moment.
And then I feel like I'm in trouble when you do that.
Right. Yeah. Stop feeling that way.
Okay.
Your immediate response to a lot of things is defense. And I don't think you even realize that. Like, you don't have to be so defensive. Like...
Okay. I'm listening.
I just want you to accept suggestions with open-mindedness and love.
Okay.
Because that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are doing great. And I'm glad that you did start explaining how you're feeling, because it has, since we recorded that episode of like figuring out how you're going to manage your calendar and all of that, it's been about 3 or 4 weeks now. So like, how has your experience been working from home?
I exhale because, you know, whenever I'm getting ready to say the phrase Dani was right, I have to exhale. But the calendar booking, the workflow in this new platform, it's almost like, why didn't we do this a long time ago? But everything happens for a good reason. But it's been really, really good. It's been a learning experience. It's been if I would have to say there's any challenges, it would be prioritize what's important. Because I'm still finding myself where if I'm on the phone with a parent, and then like I get a message or an email about something else. So which one is more important right now? The person who's immediately asking me for a form, or the person who's immediately asking me for like vouchers, or this parent that I literally just got the phone with and I now have to put them into workflow.
Oh, we should flash back to that episode when I was talking about you have to prioritize, you're gonna have to figure out what to prioritize.
Because you said that, you're gonna edit and flash back to that episode.
I don't have time for that. We don't have time to do those kinds.
So that's what I'm now working on. But besides that, that's it. Because I find myself where like I want to make sure I'm doing everything, and sometimes in the real time I won't be able to do everything. So I need to pick and choose. Okay, let me add this person to workflow so they can move accordingly. With an email, the person who's asking for something, if they didn't ask for it, or if I was doing something else, that would have still sat there until I'm ready to read it. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me not jump and harp over an email when realistically, being the parent coordinator, honestly, to some extent, is priority first. If it's something that's being requested, but if I didn't have it on me at the time, or was unavailable, or if it was something I had to ask you, they still would have had to wait anyways. So I have to tell myself, like, what's more important, what in timely fashion should have my attention, and then go on to what I put off to the side before like I was doing that task. So that would be the only thing that I'm working on, but it's getting better. It's getting better. I figure out a system where the phone calls come first, because every phone call we miss is a child potentially that we're missing for enrollment.
Yes.
So I know that's first priority, and then the workflow, and then I'll do the emails. Depending what time I get up in the morning, if it's before I get up at 7. If my daughter's not up, I'll do emails. So get that out the way. So if there is something I can say before the phone starts ringing, I get that over with. So I know that's done. And then I focus on the phone call. So it's a little bit of morning work beginning at 7, do my daughter ready for school, and come back and jump into it. So it's actually better than I expected.
Okay.
There's no really distractions, and I'm able to actually enjoy my position solely, if that makes sense. Though I do miss the center. I still don't mind helping like the staff from time to time, but I'm actually really don't have that much anxiety of, oh my goodness, I have this kid is crying, let me go see what's going on, and then forgetting what I was doing at the table. Like, I really could focus on my job. And it's fulfilling.
Yeah. So now we have to figure out, like, not figure it out, because we have the system in place. You're mentioning workflow.
Yes.
They don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, sorry guys.
So we have
I don't
over
think you
the
told
years
them about them. Like, you
no,
talk
I'm
about
about
CRM and grasshoppers. Like, did we talk about that with them?
No.
Okay, forget those.
So over the years, I've made our website for the centers, all of our centers are under one brand, so it's one website that I made years ago. And like over the years, I've just edited the website, revised it. I use Wix.com to make my websites. And the great thing about Wix, this is not sponsored, but the great thing about Wix is that all their tools, like, it is a really robust, like, back end system that you can use as a CRM, which is customer relationship management system. You could there's a built-in CRM. So anytime, if you have on your website a contact form, like some websites have contact us, we have a contact page on our website. We have job application forms on our website, registration request forms, tour scheduling forms, a whole bunch of forms that people can fill out on the website. Anytime someone enters their email and their information, they are automatically added as a contact within our CRM on our website. We've always had that. I've always acknowledged that we've had like thousands of contacts over the years, which is great. And all that I've really been doing with it up until now is sending out email newsletters here and there, because Wix has a function where you can send out like cool, like creative, like good looking emails, kind of like MailChimp or any other email blasting website. So that's all I've been doing with it for years. But last week, not even weeks ago, last week I noticed that there was something called workflows as well. And with workflows, that's the piece that is specifically like a CRM, where you can build out automations to every time you create like a new lead or a new customer, a new parent, a new family that's interested, you can start them in one place within the workflow where there's like different steps. So we have, and I think that I'll probably create some sort of like workshop or webinar or something for those of you that are interested in doing this yourself with your center, because it is such a huge time saver to just plug someone's information in, and as they like call you, as they schedule a tour, as they complete the tour, as they complete registration forms, all you have to do is move them over into your Wix system workflow, and automatic emails will go out to the parent that you create. Automatic reminders will go out to you or the team member that you designate, that you create, that you set up. You basically build out the system of what you want to happen when you want it to happen, whether that be an email to the parent or to you, a text message to the parent or to you or anybody else on your team, or a phone call. Like, you can schedule all of these things to happen automatically just from you moving someone over in the workflow. So Gigi and I last week went through the process of building out that workflow for her to start implementing. And I have been very giddy watching the automations work, because it is something that you have to take maybe like a couple hours to like build out first, and then you'll start seeing it work. You might have to tweak something. Oh, I forgot to, whatever. I won't get too far into it right now, but I'll probably make something that if you guys are interested, well, if you're interested, let me know. Put it in the comments, because I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah, it could be our next topic, and we can even do a webinar, and we could do like a screen share, of course. And just to get an idea, because you guys, I'm sure you guys could tell, like, I'm always like, oh, another platform, another something to learn. And I had anxiety. I do love
we've been
CRM.
through it all.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot of different, and this is no
shade to everything else, because it did work for what it was at the time.
Yeah. I will say that this is more this is good for me and my business. It might not be good for you and your business. Yeah. We have gone through using 2 other types of CRM that were specifically for the childcare business, for childcare industry, and I love those companies. I love the people within those companies, and I think that the product is good too. Yes. But what really sold me on the fact that this workflow exists within Wix, what really sells me about it is that we already have all of the contacts within the Wix back end. We don't have to transfer anything, because anytime someone fills out a form on our website, because it's built from Wix, it automatically adds them into it. So there are forms and things that you could, if you were a more advanced web developer, you could use a different CRM platform and take the coding and plug in their form into your website, or you could redirect from your website to go, if someone said wants to register or wants to schedule a tour, you could put a button that says click here, and it will redirect them to a form from a different company's CRM form. All of that is great, and I've used it and it has worked in the past, but it's still so many websites, so many things to click it. I already have 50 billion tabs open every day. Just it's simpler for me because I have already built my website on Wix. Yeah. It's already there.
You already started with it.
And what was happening before was I don't even know if you know, but whenever we would put a family member's information into the other CRM that we were using, I would then check that CRM and make sure that they're also in Wix, because I was using Wix for the newsletters. And it's not that the other CRMs can't send out emails or can't do campaigns. It's just, for me, the Wix is a little more user friendly, and it's a little more simple, and it's already just there. We're already paying for it. I stumbled upon the workflows button, what is this? But clearly it's been, I didn't pay extra for that. It was already there.
I thought you got it with the understanding for the workflow, so what did you
There's
Wix
also
for then?
Other buttons here that I've never clicked on that could probably be helpful. There's so many. There's the automations. There's
so for those who are wondering, why Wix, if you don't mind me asking? CRM was working
Wix is just what I said, I had I built the website on it years ago.
And then after a while, you just let me further look into Wix. Okay.
Because I knew that there was a way to, with you stepping into this role, I knew that, okay, before we were using one CRM a few years ago.
CRM is good for people who understand the platform of the childcare business. Someone maybe new coming in, it could be overwhelming for them because they're not used to that. Someone who is for example, it'll be great for, because you understand you've been exposed to so many different platforms. But if you want to now come in and train me, I love CRM, but if you compare CRM to Wix, which one would you think would be much easier process for me who has never dealt with a platform?
Honestly, I think using a child care industry CRM would be better for someone that is brand new or just starting or doesn't know much, because of the fact that they provide they give you the suggestions or templates of things to say.
Oh yeah.
To it's
to utilize that first, so you're not making up your own automation. It's there for you, and you just put your company's name.
Exactly. So I was saying, Wix is good for me because I know what I'm doing. I know the things to say at each point of the workflow, or the, what is it called? The pipeline. From just inquired to
enrollment.
Yes. I know each step of those things. I know what to say or what, like, when to send an email, when to send a text, when to follow up, when to send a reminder. All of those things I already know, so I can build it out myself. But using a system like the ones that exist that are already in the industry, those people in those companies will help you to, like, it's either already exists in the system, or they will tell you what you should say or what to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, I would suggest, if you're brand new, to still go for that. And also, like, if you're maybe if you're like, well, I was gonna say, like, if you're a one man, but like if you're owner director,
maybe.
But either system would be good, even if you're doing everything alone. It's just your preference, really.
It really is. It's your preference, and honestly, how long you've been in the industry,
right?
Because
also,
by then you'll have an idea.
Also, if you're not if you're not someone that's interested in building your own website, then you're not gonna use Wix. Yeah. So it really just depends. But the beautiful thing about right now is that there's so many options.
Yes.
You can pick from what works best for you.
Yes, I agree.
So that's what Gigi is talking about when she says workflows. There's literally a tab in our system that we're using that's called workflows, and it's basically like a map of bringing families along the enrollment process, and you can visually see what step of each process every family member is in. And speaking of that, you still got dozens of people in Lead Created.
Yes, I'm going to call them today.
Okay.
Not saying that I haven't, but some of them I miss. You're not on the emails anymore. There's parents that I do contact. Is either I miss them or they miss me, so I have to touch base so I can move them to contacted.
Yeah.
It's timing. Because honestly, I think I told you, I forget that they're at work because I'm at work. Mm-hmm. So sometimes like, hello, I'm going to call you back. My thing is, though, why are you answering the phone then? But I can't front. If I was able to answer the phone at work, I would too. Because it shows academic explorers. Well, some of them, sometimes it's academic explorers or shows spam. I don't know if I told you that. Mm-hmm. Or I have parents be like, yeah, I'm going to call you on my lunch break, and then we'll talk on the lunch break. So it's really of just catching the right parent and the best communication method for them. Because there's parents where they only do email or only text messages only. You know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So, and then speaking of the workflows and these systems and automations, and Gigi working from home, as I mentioned before, later on tonight, I'm going to be kicking off the Winning in Childcare Free Summit. And my specific topic, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but my topic is on
She has a lot going on, guys.
It is on digital resource. I just couldn't remember the title. I know what I'm talking about, but I just couldn't remember the title. It's Digital Resources for Remote Operations. So this is absolutely
one topic for you.
Yeah, I picked it for that reason.
Okay.
It's Digital Resources for Remote Operations. So I'll be going through pretty much most, if not all, of the different systems that we have used or continue to use since I have been an off-site owner. I moved from New York, where my programs are located, to Philadelphia back in 2019, and I was there for 4 years, operating my business remotely from home. And I have directors in place at my centers. And even now that I have moved back to New York a couple months ago, I still do not go to my centers.
She made it very clear she won't be at the centers anymore.
I did not say that.
Okay.
I might have said that.
But the point is that I think it was smart of you to do it that way.
Yes.
It was very smart of you, because now you still continue on working on the business and not in the... Is that how you say it?
Yes.
On the business, not in the business, yes.
There's no way that we would have been able to grow if I was inside the center still. Before I moved to Philly, I had one center, and I was the director of that one center. with less than a year after I moved, we opened a second one. And then a year after that, we opened a third.
And then how many years before the twins?
We're not open yet.
We're going to put that into universe. We're expecting twins. Well,
we are expecting.
Thank you.
We are expecting.
I know why she downplaying it.
We're really close to the due date, and we haven't got an official date yet, but we're almost about to go.
It's still growing. Yes, we're approaching our due date. Yes. She acting like, and I called it too. What? I was like, are we done? And then she was like, maybe. And then literally at the same time between like the desert grant, opening up after marriage.
I never said maybe.
She said, I don't know. Let's see what happens. She doesn't ever give a direct answer. And then boom, at the same time, twins. Honestly, it could have been triplets, but with Dani, you just never know. For me, I feel like if the opportunity presents itself, yes, you're going to go for it. When I mean go for it, there's no talking her off the ledge. Because especially if she's been through the process and she's familiar in the paperwork, she's on a high.
Yeah.
A high.
Absolutely. I'm definitely more of a like when opportunities come around, that's when I get excited about it.
And then she's like, everything else, okay, no, to the side. I gotta get the paperwork in. We gotta go visit. Let's call the health inspector. And I'm just like, oh, what's going on? She's like, oh, yeah, we're gonna look at another site. Just like that, randomly. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where I'm, let's plan. Let's look at it in 2 months. Let's organize. No. But we balance out each other.
There's a term about how, like, money follows speed.
So you want to high chase speed after the money?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that, like, and that's not what I think the saying is saying.
Okay.
I think that, like, if you have an opportunity and you go after it quickly, like, you'll see the money chasing you. Okay. And it's not like...
Almost like the early bird gets the worm.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Very literally, yes. Yeah. Like with the whole with the desert grant opportunity, with several of the grants that have come out like since the pandemic, a lot of them, like a lot of providers didn't get it because they weren't quick enough, or they didn't know about it, and this was a topic I brought up in the last episode I did solo. But, like, if you don't know about something, or if you take too long to do it, the desert grant opportunity was basically the time that you submit your application was a factor in if you were going to get it or not.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a competitive grant, and the time in which you submit was a small component of the competition. Not first come, first serve, but if it came down to like you or you, it's which one of you did it first. Because there was other components that factored into the score, but definitely like if there was a tie or like
they're gonna go what could break this tie, so
go
this
with
person applied
the
first.
Time. Yeah, but also just and it's not to say that I'm like only focused on like how much money we could make, and that's not the case. Like, but in order for the business to grow, in order for us to do the great things that we want to do with the kids, with our staff, continue to give them the experiences that I keep wanting to create and making them cry. In order for those experiences to happen, we have to make money.
Yes.
And in order to
make money, we have to
in the best way, I would say, is to like wait for opportunities to come that like, or when you see an opportunity arise that you know you're well suited for, go after it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm also just impatient. So when I see something I'm excited about, I'll like, and it seems realistic.
Yes.
It has to be realistic. It has to be like something happening sooner.
Yeah. Because if it's a year from now, you're going to be like, oh, not yet.
Yeah. The build out of the 5th location, that's like, I keep forgetting that that's happening. I'm not even
How
kidding.
do you forget you have a whole center? Because she's building classroom, guys. Like, how do you forget a whole center?
It's not the building part hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting for like the approvals and the permits.
That's why.
Yeah. So maybe once it starts actually happening and I see stuff, but even then it's like put the walls on, and then it's like, oh, this is real now. It's happening soon.
It's not a big open space.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's different.
Like I have to have something to look forward to, like tomorrow.
Yes, like you're a visual moment, and for me it depends as well. But I'm a planner. Like my daughter's birthday is in October. Her birthday will be fully planned by July. Because it depends.
I would be planning like the week before.
No, that gives me anxiety because now, like what I envision needs to be visual, and that's why sometimes if we're gonna go about like graduation or that stuff, when we practice all year long, and it's graduation day. I don't know if you remember last year. I was like back there soaking. And then you and my other coworkers like, what's the matter? And I was like, this is not how it was supposed to look. But everything was great, though.
Everything was great, but it low-key was a mess.
Thank you.
And I said it. I think I said it during the
live feed.
No. I forgot what was going. I don't care. We didn't do a rehearsal at the library. We didn't do rehearsal.
No, you mean at the? We did.
Oh yes,
we did.
Because I came on the train.
Yes, because your tire blew. You had a flat tire. Oh, it was a hot mess that day. She calling me, make sure it's this point with the song.
No, what's crazy is that I was in the train station. I was at the platform.
Yes.
And I was taking a video of myself, like, on the way
to graduation on the seat.
Meanwhile, behind me, the train pulls off. That was my train.
You missed the train. That's right.
I missed the train. And I got a flat tire. I went to the train station. I didn't even, put myself down process. I was like, okay, immediately Uber.
Yeah.
Got to the Amtrak station. Bought my ticket.
Lucky.
Went down to the
another train
platform.
came in 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was about 30 minutes.
That doesn't happen often.
It's an Amtrak from Philly to NYC. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I wasn't even worried about it because
yeah, that's true.
But I just I don't ever take the train, so I stupidly was like, the woman told me. We have gone off in 20 different directions in the last 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. But it is relevant to what we're talking about, though. The woman that I got the ticket from was like, yeah, it's platform, I don't know, it's like A or B. Uh-huh. And it was like, you go down these stairs, it's platform A or something. Uh-huh. So I'm over here standing in front of platform A. It's empty. There's dozens of people behind me on what I think is platform B. And there is a train there. I saw it when I went down, but I'm like, oh, that's not my train. Mm-hmm. Like, my train is gonna be over here. I didn't know that. I guess it doesn't matter what side the train pulls up as long as it says where it's going, like, get on that train.
No, you need to know what side.
Exactly, that's what I thought, but she made it seem like it was gonna be on this side. Yeah. But it was really on the other side. Yeah, no. So I'm, recording myself, just, being bored, waiting for the
what
train.
Dani does, vlogging.
And then everybody boards, the train pulls off, and I'm still standing there. It wasn't until
I was gonna say, what clicked?
I was down there by myself for 5 minutes, and then maintenance people started coming and looking at me. They were looking at me as if what is she doing down here?
Yeah, because the next train's probably not for another half an hour.
Yeah, so then I went back upstairs and I went back to lady. I said, I think I missed the train. And she said, you stood there and I let the train leave? And she was like, I said, yeah, I didn't come. And she was like, yes, it did. It was there when you went down.
Not her arguing with you. How do you do that?
But I made it.
I'm worse. I've taken the LIRR, which is another train system in New York. I've missed the train not once but twice, and I was in the same station. First time I was rushing and I missed it. Second time I was going to get something to drink and I missed it. But again, it comes in 15, 20 minutes. It is what it is. But I say that because I like to plan things out over and over. And with children, sometimes you got to be repetitive to get it. But then it's also what I've learned from last year, and hopefully we could get ahead of it this year, is it's not just the children that needs the repetitive
practice. Not at all.
You think it is, but it's not the children. So, I don't know if we need to get on it with graduation approaching, but I don't know. For me, it's like, and I have to tell myself my expectation is not somebody else's expectation, and that's how the disappointment is. But if it's something where we put things into place and we're practicing and we let it be know what expectation is and we ignite it and we get it going, it shouldn't be no reason why the expectation is not met, We're on stage waiting for a teacher for 20 minutes and we're in the middle of graduation. Why that teacher is not right there waiting to get on stage? This is not a rant, it's not venting, it's just a comment.
It's not a rant or venting, it's just a comment. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
But yes, she's a moment. I am a planner.
Yeah. You got anything else to say? We should wrap it up.
I love my new position. In case you guys are wondering, I started parent coordinator. And we'll go into more details with the new workflow. If you guys want to, with the new, not workflow, the new platform, like Dani said, leave review, comments. We'll, go into more details about it to see something that you and your center could possibly do.
Yeah, definitely. If I don't see comments about it, I might not do it because it's going to take me some time to... I'll probably do it in the same way that I did the workshop about EDDM, which is Every Door Direct Mail. You can still, if you're interested in learning about how to send flyers to people's houses, like without having to physically write in the address. You know how you get those flyers in the mail that honestly sometimes you throw in the garbage, sometimes it might be interesting. Yeah. That's called EDDM, and I did a workshop on that last year. It's available on childcaresites.com, and you could purchase it and watch it. I'll probably do the same thing for creating workflows within Wix if you're interested. But yeah, let me know if I should make that, spend time making that. And like I said before, I'll say it again, in a couple hours, depending on when you're watching this, I'll be joining Latrice's free summit. You can click the link in the, it's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I thought it was 7:30 Eastern Time, so I'll double check that, but click the link and learn for yourself. And we will see you in the next episode. I think in the next episode we're gonna have a guest.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, and I think it might be.
I'll find out if you guys are finding out.
I think it will be another New Yorker. Okay. Hopefully that comes through.
Okay. We're not gonna call them out.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it to her.
Okay, that's fine.
No, actually.
Do not put pressure on people. We did it with Brandy, and we were so thankful Brandy accepted it. So, you was, it's her, yeah.
What I will say...
Ooh, not to stop.
What I will say is if this guest does come, this will be her second time on the podcast. Okay. A little hint. So, leave your comments and let me know who you think it might be.
Okay.
Yay. Maybe if you are the guest watching this, and you want to announce yourself in the
go ahead
in the comment section. I'd love that, but no pressure. But it is supposed to happen this upcoming weekend.
Okay.
I think we might be recording on Sunday.
Saturday. Oh, Sunday. Okay.
Because Monday is
Memorial Day weekend. Yay.
You got plans?
No. I'll be here.
Okay. All right, well, we'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully I'll see you live tonight at the free summit, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.